I've been experimenting a lot with my style over the last few years, trying to find an authentic personal style. And along the way, there's been no shortage of style mistakes, and I want to share them with you today because each mistake eventually led me to learn how to express my style. How to take something I'm really drawn to and actually execute it into an outfit I would wear. I know from speaking to people around me that there is often a disconnect between what we're pinning, what we're saving, and what we eventually wear. So in today's video, I think you'll find these lessons I've learned helpful in trying to align our vision and aesthetic with the outfits we wear in our lifestyle. I think that there's really no shame in making style mistakes. Usually they happen when I'm trying to evolve my style and I'm doing more experimenting. It actually teaches me what I don't like and what I do like. So style mistakes often make the biggest difference in my style in the long run. First style mistake is personal style that actually isn't personal. When I look at some of the outfits I wore 1 to 2 years ago, I like them, but I cannot see any elements of me in them. This tends to happen for me when I see an amazing outfit on someone else and I try to recreate it too closely. Instead, what I should be doing is taking those pieces and thinking about how to make it work for my style and not neglect and change my style for an outfit. This striped cardigan here with gold buttons is such a beautiful piece in my wardrobe, but if I just wore it with grey pants with something really simple, it honestly looks like every single creator out there, and I just don't really see myself in it at all. So what I want to do is to take this piece that I do adore wearing and then make it feel authentic to my style. Step 1, I'm adding in some jewelry that feels sentimental to me. So this beaded red necklace, I think, gives this outfit a playfulness, but it also is a piece that is very special to me. Step 2, I'm adding in the pop of color to break up the monochrome. Monochrome never really feels like me, so adding that color is really important. This bag is also an older piece, so I do feel a little bit sentimental about it, and I feel like one of the best ways to make an outfit our own is to combine these newer pieces with older pieces that we've worn and loved for years. If I was truly to make this base outfit my own, these are the 2 outfits that I love the most. There are so many things I can point out in this outfit where I just see my own styling in it. I see myself in it, and that is what I really try to do in all of my looks now. From the outfit we started with to now. What I recommend you doing in your wardrobe, if you have this issue as well, is to make sure that if you have new in pieces, you're always mixing it with older pieces. This makes sure that our style is blended and we don't suddenly go out in an outfit that feels disconnected from our personal style. Always play around with your pieces and look at the different ways to wear something and what feels more natural. My next style mistake I'm gonna call uneventful accessorizing, where I accessorize because I felt like I should, as opposed to using it more strategically. Accessorizing can do a few things. It can bring our own style into an outfit and just add elements we love. But it can also be done in a strategic way to draw our eye to where we want it to go, and basically create illusions within a look. This first way of accessorizing I'm showing is the most basic, where we just want to make an outfit our own. So we're wearing the accessories we love. I've chosen this necklace, belt, and bag combination. This is a fun way to add some beads, add a belt buckle, bring in some color, and just in general make an outfit feel more visually interesting. The second way of accessorizing is to create illusions. So this is a pretty general way to, I think, accessorize, but if I was to actually take away elements and make it feel more strategic, I would get here. I'm wearing a belt here at the very top of my waist to create the illusion of longer legs and a shorter torso. I'm also using a very short shoulder bag that also brings the eye up and keeps the torso area looking cropped and shorter. This is the way I would accessorize if I wanted my proportions to look shorter on top and then look like I have longer legs. The third way of accessorizing is my absolute favorite because it honestly just allows me to wear what I love and make it work. I am short, so if I wear something long, sometimes it's too overwhelming without these accessories. This is what accessories can do. If we wear a few necklaces higher to the neckline, it immediately draws our eye up as opposed to to lariat going down. If we wear our crossbody bag slightly higher, what it's doing is drawing our eye to a higher area on the body as opposed to lower, and it actually creates better proportions when you're wearing that long coat. Just the necklace and bag alone, I think makes this coat so much more wearable. And then if I was to go the final step, I would also change up my shoes for something that just had a little bit of lift. Accessorizing is really powerful because it basically gives us confidence to wear whatever we want to and just make it work with our accessories. When I look back at my old outfits, I feel like the shoe is always the item that I wish I had changed. So there are two mistakes I made, but I'm gonna talk specifically about one. So the first mistake is that I've just gone for the wrong silhouette of shoe. So it cuts me off and it's unflattering. And then the second mistake is that I've gone for traditionally what I consider the right shoe, but I actually feel like it was the wrong choice for me in the outfit. So let's take a look at this outfit where I'm wearing a dress and then some strappy heels. I would say that they are both in the same style, where we've got a more feminine dress and we've got a more dainty shoe. What the right shoe does here is that I feel like I've missed an opportunity to add some interest to the outfit stylistically, and I also feel like it's limiting when I can wear this dress because I'm always going to pair it with a daintier shoe that might not be for walking or everyday. I have a pair of these suede boots in this warm brown color. So with these boots, like traditionally, I think of wearing them with very casual things, whether that be jeans or just more casual style pieces. However, I really don't like these with jeans at all. Even though they're playing at the same level, it just feels too rustic. Instead, I love to pair this with girlier, more polished pieces. So if I was wearing a beautiful feminine blouse with some cream trousers, for example, I would love to wear these boots to add that rustic element rather than creating an outfit that was entirely rustic. A combination that you see me wear a lot is a midi skirt or a midi dress with a pair of lace-up boots. This combination is so popular, but it really is the ultimate wrong shoe idea, where the skirt and the shoe are very contrasting in style, and yet they work so well together. If someone told me I can only wear my midi pieces with sandals or heels or more dainty shoes, I feel like I would wear all of these pieces so much less because that might not be appropriate for my lifestyle and what I'm doing that day. Sometimes the difference between right shoe and wrong shoe is less noticeable. So in this outfit, I think the new sandal is the correct shoe, and I actually like the way it looks. I think it makes for a really good, slightly dressier look. The idea of the wrong shoe is that you can also do the loafer and then wear that more casually. So we have options depending on where we're going, the style we're going for, and we're not limited to just one shoe with a look. One of my favorite style people online is Alison Bornstein, and she came up with her wrong shoe theory, which is basically put in words this style mistake that I've been making all this time. The next style mistake stems from trying to decide whether we want comfort or style. And then when comfort wins, this next mistake happens a lot. This one is about being dressed head to toe in soft, shapeless clothes. These clothes are usually quite simple, they're comfortable and loose, and usually made from cotton or natural fibers. This one feels relatable not only because I have done this, but also because my mom does this a lot, and she's always looking for that balance between looking polished and being really comfortable. And where there is a decision, the comfort will always win. This is an everyday outfit that is comfortable and practical and easy. I truly don't believe you have to sacrifice comfort for style, but we do have different levels of comfort with our clothes. First step I would do is to go a little bit more chunky with my cardigan. The cardigan here is cotton, so it's not that much warmer than the other one. It just has a chunkier look, and it gives this outfit a little bit of texture and also a little bit more shape in the knitwear. Very light knitwear tends to be quite shapeless, and anytime you go for something cotton, whether that is lighter or heavier, it will already bring a little bit more shape into the look. And then for shoes, instead of the loafers, I've gone for these lace-up boots. These are great for autumn if you're going into that season, but they're also just a little bit more substantial, structured, and have more of a point of view than the simple loafer. Taking another step up, something I really love in my wardrobe are these structured cardigans. So I love this Aunt Betty cardigan I have for years. Structured cardigans I feel like are so good if comfort is your priority, but you still want to look more polished. Structured bags are one of those accessories that I think is essential if you are trying to elevate an outfit with all shapeless, comfortable pieces. I will then look at blazer and jacket options. I feel like anything in looser shapes, slightly more voluminous cut is going to give that comfort and flexibility to move and still be really, really chic. In my mom's wardrobe, she used to have a lot of these really soft cardigans, and one of the biggest updates we've made is to change it into some more structured pieces. So whether that be this cardigan over here, which she's wearing a lot more, or whether that is something like the Betty cardigan that has more structure and shape, she's been reaching for these pieces a lot because they're comfortable, easy, but they just look a little bit more polished for work or for every day. One of the style mistakes I've made, fixed, and then made again is wearing the wrong length pieces. The lesson to be learned here from this mistake is that wherever something cuts off is the area of our body that is highlighted. This applies for our tops, our pants, our skirts, our sleeve lengths. The cutoff point is the area on the body that is most highlighted. So keeping this in mind, if I look at these outfits, they cut off at my widest point on the hip. I truly feel like this is doing absolutely nothing for my body shape, but it's also doing nothing for the outfit because it's not very interesting to have long top, long skirt combined together. So a little rule that I have for myself to help me get ready is to only wear one item of long clothing. How this looks in an outfit is that if I'm wearing something like these really long cream trousers, I would pair it with something cropped on top. This could mean that the piece is cropped and cuts off at the waist, or it could mean that I've just tucked it in to create that cropped silhouette. If I choose for my long piece that day to be in my coat, then instead of wearing really long trousers and the long coat, which honestly feels very bottom heavy, I would instead do something more ankle length on the inside and then pair it with the long coat. I feel like maybe I kept on making this mistake because I didn't fully understand that where something cuts off is what is highlighted. And now this is something that I've visually seen with sleeve lengths, with shirt lengths, with pant lengths. It really has clicked in my head and I don't really feel like I would do this again. Anything you want highlighted, it's a really good idea to have your pieces end there. If you want to highlight your waistline, you end your top there and your eye will kind of be drawn to the waistline. If you want to highlight your ankles, then you have an ankle length pant that cuts off there. If you want to highlight an area on your arm, then you cut it off there. And then if you do want to hide something or make something disappear, then don't let your top or bottom cut off at that area. This is not about correctly dressing our body so we fit an hourglass silhouette or anything like that. It's simply knowing what we can do with clothes and choosing what we want to bring forward and what we want to de-emphasize. A style mistake that took me a long time to even spot is trying to force my style into one aesthetic. My specific style mistake here is avoiding the feminine side of my style and going for more modern pieces because I thought that I had to choose between feminine and modern. And what was happening was that whenever I would wear feminine pieces styled in an outfit, they would be too girly for me. I would really dislike them and then go to the opposite direction of more modern outfits. And then when I was wearing all my modern pieces, I felt like it was a bit boring, so then I would jump back to feminine. And it was not until I realized I could blend multiple aesthetics together, I can make my style whatever I want it to be, that I stopped having these dilemmas with my style. Everything on a Pinterest board that we save can become a part of our style. We shouldn't be able to express our style so simply into one word, and I love the 3-word rule. I think it's a really great start, but even then, your style can just be so much more than that, and it's really about incorporating all the elements you like into your style. Not all the things you like have to be in one outfit, that would be a lot, but you should never feel like you are giving up elements of your style, chunks of your style, to fit into another aesthetic. I think this is a tip that changed my style the most because it just gave me so much more confidence to experiment, knowing that it didn't have to be girly or feminine and it didn't have to be solely modern. Of course I can blend them, it's my own style. What does this actually mean for our outfits? It means that I'm not going to be wearing outfits like this where I feel like it's head to toe feminine. It also means I'm not going to be wearing this top with this skirt with these shoes because it leans too heavily into one element of my style and it doesn't have any nuance. I frequently use Alison's 3 words to describe my style of being feminine, modern, and playful, but there are elements that maybe don't fit into that as well, and I'll include that every so often when the mood strikes. I love the feminine lace accents on this blue top. Wearing the blazer just makes this outfit feel more modern, a little bit more chic, and I love especially the way they look together. The suede belt and the crescent kind of buckle just feels a little bit playful. It's not too serious, and that combined with the blazer to dress it down is something that also feels very much like my style. Here's another look I love. We've got the black jacket this time round, and then I've paired it with some suede boots that are very rustic and casual, not my usual style, but but the combination of all these things together creates that playfulness. And then we've got the femininity in the blouse, so everything just works together to create the look I love. The style mistake of trying to decide between feminine and modern was just kind of exhausting. And now that I've settled into these 3 words and being open to changing these words and to myself extending far beyond these words, I feel like I just have so much more fun with my wardrobe. Those were the style mistakes I've made and the lessons that I learned out of them. I'm sure that as I experiment with my style, I will be making more style mistakes, and they kind of just go hand in hand with each other. I hope today's video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you've made some of these style mistakes yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.